Well, as we've been saying over the weekend, Ireland is making no application for the funding of the state, because clearly we're pre-funded right up to the middle of next year. For the state? Well, one of the great pejorative terms that continue to be used is this thing of bailout, which suggests that the country is in some way seeking not to meet its obligations, to meet its own debts. That is not the case. No, I've made the point that we're engaging constructively with partners. I expect discussions, for example, will further emerge at the meetings that Brian will attend tomorrow and the following. Let me reiterate what I have been saying in response to speculation over the last number of days that Ireland is seeking financial assistance. Ireland has made no application for external support. The EU Commission has stressed this point, as have other member states.
Well, earlier I spoke to the Irish Finance Minister Brian Lenihan. I began by asking him whether he could guarantee that Ireland wouldn't have to go to the European Union for a bailout.
Absolutely. We intend to return to the markets next year, and we intend to fund ourselves. That's our plan. We have put our public finances on a sustainable basis in the last 2 years. We have done massive corrections in our public debt and our deficits, and we will continue to do so.
Wouldn't your assertion be rather more plausible were this crisis not entirely the consequence of your own incompetence?
I don't accept that at all. I've been the Minister for Finance here since 2008, dealing with these problems, tackling them on a daily basis and making considerable progress in that regard.
Well, had you not taken the decision to bail out the banks, you wouldn't be in the mess you're in now, would you?
No, that's entirely incorrect, because one of the biggest problems in Ireland has not been the banks, but the very wide gap between public expenditure and public receipts.
When you look at it from where you sit and you look back over the last 10 years of the sort of country that Ireland believed itself to be, and you look at the mess, the desolation around you now, it's a very sad end, isn't it?
No, I don't accept it's the end, and I don't accept its decimation.
In the process, you've lost your sovereignty.
We haven't lost our sovereignty. We've always shared our sovereignty with our European partners.
Europe's finance ministers arrived for their monthly summit. Top of the agenda is a potential financial bailout for Ireland, but that's not what the country wants. It claims it does not need Eurozone help for its economic woes.
The question of direct assistance or transferring money to Ireland immediately did not arise and does not arise, but we do have to examine how security and stability can be brought into this system and what we can point to assure that stability and security exists.
David McWilliams, a leading Irish economist, says he can explain it in 30 seconds.
It's very simple. We misdiagnosed a large overdraft from Germany as an economic miracle. The Germans lent money to the Irish banks, who lent money to the Irish people. And then when that money started to run out, or when the Germans wanted their money back about 2 years ago, we didn't have it. That's exactly what happened. And the reason we didn't have it is we spent it all on houses, and our balance sheet looks like this. Houses on one side, debts on the other. House prices are falling, and the cost of debt is rising.
Germany is now leading efforts to convince the Irish government that only a massive bailout from the European Union or the International Monetary Fund can restore stability.